Today I had a patient calling me gay, and that in itself is not that spectacular, but why is a male nurse gay just because he's a nurse? First of all, my girlfriend would be quite mad if I told her I was gay, so I'm just sticking to being heterosexual. But it's not about the gay or heterosexual, it's about the fact that we have a lot of stereotypes. Stereotypes are not good for anything. Seriously. If you are stereotyping other people, then you are also saying they're not worth as much as you, because the stereotyping is a downgrading of people. Of course, there are those classical stereotypes. There are this overly feminine gay nurse. Of course, but that doesn't mean that every nurse is gay. That doesn't mean that any nurse is gay by that standard. So you cannot make these assumptions. And it's the same thing when we as nurses enter a room with a patient. We cannot make an assumption and say, all right, this person is from this town, therefore they are a bully. Oh, say that. What you can do is say, all right, this person is from this town, they have sort of this culture. I have to clarify if this person is part of that culture or has another culture. And it might give you some tools in interacting with the culture by knowing, all right, in this area we have this culture as a standard, which means that most of the people from this area will have this, but usually it doesn't fit with the stereotypes. For example, a recent survey done at several Danish hospitals along Danish male nurses was asking, are you gay? No, I'm not gay. And it might surprise you that 90% of the male nurses were heterosexual, 10% gay. So the stereotype doesn't fit. But where does the stereotype come from? Well, it actually comes from a misconception about nursing, because the first male nurses in Denmark, the first male nurses in the UK were really masculine men, but they were looked down upon because it was a field for women. And people still say, oh, it's a field for women. For example, in Denmark, we have, 16% male nurses? 16%. We are a bit outnumbered by women. And that is where one of those stereotypes comes from. Because we are so outnumbered. And that is also why we need, as nurses, to think about stereotypes. Do we need them? Can we use them? Because in some instances, stereotyping can be a tool, but it is nothing. That's something we should start with. It's something we get, all right, he fits totally into the stereotypes, so I can use this approach. But that doesn't mean you should use that approach. It just means you have a tool in your bag, along with all the other tools to understanding a person, if that gives any sense. Have you ever been stereotyped? Well, comment it down below, and let me hear what kind of stereotyping you've been a part of. And by the way, YouTube suggests that you watch this video next, so check out.